Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we are on the Shambling Mound Part 2. So, here's what we got going into Part 2 here. So, their main body looks like a pile of leaves, and their legs look like kind of roots, and their arms look like vines. They don't really have a head. So, let's start with some of the basic things we can do to speed this up. Like, let's paint his arms green. This is called Christmas Green. This is an apple barrel paint from Walmart. My lips are a little chapped. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. One way, maybe next week. I just farted a lot. It smells like my butt. Of course it does. Stinky butts. La 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 la. And I don't care if that's not perfect coverage. I don't think I really like that color anyways. Okay, but I have a lot of it. So let's get the hot air gun out. Got my cardboard. Alright, so, sorry, I had my brush in my mouth. So we want to do a base coat on the body, and before we do that, I'm going to do the legs. So for the legs, I'm using this chocolate bar. It's like a reddish brown. And I'm just mixing it with that green because I just don't care. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that brush for a while. I'm going to get something a little bigger and easier to use. This is the brush we used to do the majority of the bulk work on him. And I'm going to get a medium brown. This is melted chocolate. Another Walmart apple barrel paint. I'm not going for perfect coverage. I'm just kind of getting in there and breaking it up some. Da, 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 da. I'm going to hit that base up some too. I'm not going for perfection. Okay. Now, we're going to set this off to the side. We're going to hit him with the hot air gun again real quick. So if you're wondering, the rattle can I used was actually a satin brown that I forgot. Once again, even though I've used it a million times, I forgot it was satin. So I'm not super duper happy about it, but it is what it is. You know, you just kind of work with what you got. Okay, so this is a medium brown, or a light brown called Territorial Beige. And I don't really like this color because it's got like a little bit of a peach to it. But for the detail on the legs that we need to pick up, this will be okay. And then just do a little bit of work on the base. Lighten that up and get rid of some of that shine and stuff. And come back around and hit those legs a little better. Now we can use this to throw some variation in here on these leaves, but ultimately we're going to be painting those leaves different colors. I think fall colors is the way to go because it's fall, but we can do whatever we want. It's our model. You can do it your way and I can do it mine. But I think I want to do fall colors. I think that'd look cool. But you got to have some variation in here to make that work. That's a fact. And then to come back and do the tendrils last, I'm guessing. All right, so I'm going to get a medium brush, and I'm going to start, like I said, I'm going to start with fall colors. So I'm going to get chocolate bar, chestnut, which are browns. So I'm going to start with this chocolate bar. Let me see if I can bring this, straighten that out a little bit. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this onto some of the leaves. I'm not doing them perfectly, by the way. Well, when do I ever do anything perfectly? If you've been watching, you know that's just silly. Then I'm going to switch colors up. I'm going to get this chestnut. I'm just going to do the same thing. Let me get my brush a little damper. Something like that, maybe. I don't know if that's quite enough. Maybe I'll do a couple more. Just do a couple more, just to be safe. We don't want it to become the overwhelming theme, but we want it to look varied enough that it looks like we put some kind of half-ass effort into it, right? All right, I'm getting rid of that. I'm getting a red. And this is a darker red called Flamenco Red. I don't want to do too much of the red. There's a windstorm out there, and the garage door's open. It's becoming a nuisance. Okay, now I'm going to switch from that red to an orange. And this is ripe tomato. It's a darker orange. And I feel like it's too much like the red. So I don't want to go overboard with it. I'm going to get a lighter orange, or like a medium orange. This is called jack-o'-lantern. This one's going to be pretty bright and vicious compared to the others on here. All right. Okay. Now we can kind of leave that as it stands right now. And what we want to do, let me clean out that brush, is we want to hit it with the hot air gun. And then we want to get a yellow. So here's the deal with the yellow. Let's try to do a dry brush with it. With a real soft brush, but not an enormous amount of it. Let's try to use this to kind of tie in a little bit of all of it, really. Hopefully that'll subdue some of the darker spots. Create a little bit of variation. I don't think it's doing a very good job. I think this paint's too thin. Let me see what I got. I got one that's called Gold Sunset. It's a little darker. This might do the job a little better. There we go. That's making a difference right off the bat. Right off the jitney. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I'd like to do a couple green ones in there, a couple green leaves in there if I could. And to do those, I'm going to use this English Ivy color that I'm also going to be using to dry brush the arms. So let's shake this up. When I say dry brush, I'm actually just trying to create another texture or another tone on the arms so they're not so obnoxious and vibrant everywhere, because I didn't like how obnoxious they were. So this is not really a dry brush. This is fairly wet. Okay. Now, we got a problem over here, my dudes. Some of that tinfoil is coming apart right there. And we're starting to see this a lot more as I'm getting sloppier and faster as we're going through the monster manual. We're starting to see a lot more repairs needed. Okay. Now let's get that medium brush and a dark gray. I usually use craft paints for this, but there's a specific color called dark stone that I like from Army Painter, and I really want to use this. So I'm going to paint the rocks with this dark stone color. And I'm not doing a perfect job either. Kind of half-ass paint them. And then I'm going to get a medium gray. This is called dark blue gray. And I'm just going to create a little variation on these. And I'm just using it till I run out. Okay. Sweet. I'm going to hot air gun this for a minute. I'm going to get a makeup brush and a light gray. This is called Elephant. It's not the lightest, it's like a medium to light, but it'll do what I want here. All right. So we're going to get that ivy green that I left out. Dry my brush off a little bit. Then we're going to come down here to the tendrils coming off his feet. We're going to touch those with the ivy green. And I get the same ivy green, and I'm just going to touch a couple of the leaves that didn't get any attention at all. And there's no dry brush on these, and I'm just doing really small ones. Okay. And then I think we could do one more dry brush on the we could lighten those arms up a little bit, make them a little more vibrant now that I made them a little too subdued. So you're probably thinking, like, Doom, why are we using so many damn brushes? And I'm like, yeah, I agree. We're using a lot of brushes tonight. That's okay. All right, so makeup brush and a light green. Okay. This is kind of a dry brush. There's not much on here. You gotta be careful though. because when you're using a brush, the bristles aren't real soft, and you're moving around something that you crafted out of glue and tinfoil. Keep that in mind. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. I guess we're going to need some clear glue and some flock now. Oh, look at that, Sweeney. Yep, use that condom. We need a toothpick. Oh, toothpick. If there's any little spots that you're not happy with or you're concerned are weak, this is a good time to do a cover-up. You can just throw some clear glue across it and flock it, and I think that'll make it pretty sturdy. I saw a crack somewhere I didn't like. There we go. A little crack right there. Oh, here we go. So and you really can kind of put more on here. Like if you wanted to take some up here, like I don't like how bright green this is right here. It looks a little bit much for me. I could sprinkle a little bit up there too. You can kind of do whatever you want, really. It's your model. You made it. But this one, I made it, so we're going to do it how I want. Okay, that is my Shambling Mound. But again, as I warn you, in a very short amount of time here, we're going to be doing something almost just like this called Tendrilicus, which is like a giant, it's a size, I think it's a size huge or gargantuan, but it's like this with a mouth, pretty much. It's the same concept. So if you don't want to build this one, you want to hold off for that one, you could kind of use one for both, depending on how big we make that one. We'll go off to whatever the size recommendation in the book is. But that's my Shambling Mound. So if you like it, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon. Here's him next to a standard size medium miniature, by the way. Yeah, hit the notification bell icon, share it. I can't think of all this stuff. You know what to do. All the call to action stuff. The I'm a hero for this channel stuff. And, you know, that helps because as the channel grows and we talk about the possibility of monetizing and stuff like that. And again, we talk about it a lot. Okay, I mean, you guys can say something in the comments how you feel about this. This is a hobby that I do for fun, and I don't want it to become a job. And I feel like if we monetize, Mrs. Doom and I talk about this a lot, if we monetize, this stops being something I do for fun to share with everybody and becomes something I'm obligated to do. And even though I already feel kind of obligated to do it, my preference would be that it's just something I do for fun, and it's always that way. But at the same time, she's right. I spend a lot of money doing this stuff. I'm always buying glue, and I'm always buying parts, and now I hunt for stuff more often than ever. Even if I don't need another bag of horses, I buy another bag of horses. It's just become a bad habit. So I understand her argument and other people's arguments. My older boys, the two oldest Doomites, they agree too. And my younger boys, they like live in the YouTube generation, so they're just like, yeah, YouTube, yeah, my dad's a YouTuber. And I'm like, I'm not a YouTuber. You know, I'm an environmentalist that does YouTube, you know. But I don't know. So anyways, check out the website, buy some miniatures. That'd be awesome. Asco and I would absolutely love that. Join us on Discord. Show us what you're crafting. Show us what you're making. If you try to make any of this stuff or if you've done it before, let's see what you got. Would love to. So hope to see you there. Also, I haven't done it for a while, but I'm going to start doing D&D events, like role-playing events on Discord. So if people are interested, go ahead and sign up or get on the Discord and kind of put in when you'd be interested in doing stuff like that, and I'll try to make it work the best I can. What I'd like to get is a small group of 3 to 5 people, and we can paint miniatures or craft or just do whatever while we're playing, and you don't even have to do any crafting if you just want to play. And I'll just run some silly adventures. So, maybe just we can use the dice app in Discord, or we can just roll some dice, or I can roll dice for everybody if they want. Whatever you guys want to do. And we could play some D&D of some sort. It won't be D&D. It'll be, Tomorrow Comes Doom rules, but it'll be like D&D. Or we'll do the card campaign rules, which was my initial system I designed, where you just start out with a index card. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I think we are on something good. Hopefully we're on something good. This one wasn't bad. I had fun making that. We are on the Shield Guardian. Oh, this is good. This is where you get to cut up some plastic knights and some sticks. This will be good. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And I think I covered it all.